Good evening, YouTube family and friends. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I first want to say if you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, y'all please subscribe to my channel. And y'all hit the like button as y'all come in. And also, if you have a comment, just comment in the comment section down below. So y'all, I thought I was ready for this, but I found out that I'm really not. But now I ain't got no choice. So it is what it is. I'm here. And I just got to make the best of it. Which is what I planned on doing anyways at first, was making the best of it. But it's hot in the motherfucker, y'all. Oh, baby, when I tell y'all it is hot. I've been wanting to do a video for the last couple of days, y'all. But it's been hot. It's hot today. I just got off work. So, y'all, it's a police sitting right across. It's a police sitting right across here. I don't even know how to work this camera to pause, y'all. I don't know how to work the camera to, like, flick the little thing to turn the screen so y'all could look the other way. I don't even know how to do that. I gotta sit here and learn how to do this. So, I'm finna have 3 days off this weekend. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, because we off Monday. But I'm going to try to play around with this thing because ain't nobody here with me that knows how to do this stuff. I never tried to consider working on this stuff because it always been somebody around me, that know how to do this stuff, which is my daughter and them. But now I'm just here by myself, y'all. I'm in this whole state of Georgia by myself. Nobody but me. I do have, like I said, a handful of friends that I know, but that's just it. But back to this. I thought I was ready for this. I was thinking that I could pull into some shade and I'll be cool, like during the times when I'm just getting off work or on the weekends. Because what do I have to do? I have nothing to do, nowhere to go. Nothing. I'm not saying nowhere to go like I'm put out or I was evicted or anything like that, because people been getting stuff mixed up. But I'm saying I have nowhere to go like during the daytime to go sit at somebody's house or do anything while it's hot. It's hot, y'all. It is hot. And I'm not doing this to travel. Like most people, they be going to the beaches or they been going to mountains, and they've been going to the woods, and stuff like that where it's cooler at. I'm not doing that. I'm not traveling because I don't like to drive, for one. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to drive long distances, for one thing. I don't like to drive long distances. Second of all, y'all, I ain't got no money to travel, from state to state and country to country, all that kind of stuff, wherever they driving to, the other YouTube people that living in their cars and trucks and stuff. But it's hot. It's hot. I really just been sitting out like this, y'all, but it is hot. I'm telling y'all, it's hot. It is hot as hell, and sitting in the shade ain't working because there's no breeze coming through. And I showed y'all this heater right here, and I promise y'all, when I had this heat on, it'd be hot. The hot air coming up out. It ain't no use to me having it on. There's no breeze. Now this is one of the cons of living in your car or your truck or your vehicle or whatever it may be. This is one of the cons. And let me tell y'all how retarded I am. I just left QT's, right? Like every day when I get off work. Oh, shit. Hold on. Wait. I think I was twisting it the wrong way. So every day when I get off work, I stop at QT's, y'all, and I fill this up every day because it's hot. And I sit here and be drinking this whole thing, and then I go back to QT's and fill it back up. And it's free because I had it. Now, let me tell y'all this. Them people been cheating me out my money. They owe me about $7. It's about $7. Probably not that much. But they owe me. Because when I was getting ice in there, they were charging me 31 cents. Right? So I was paying 31 cents. Getting there one day, the manager was my cashier. He had me to pay. Well, whatever. It was the manager. The manager had ring me up. That's what I meant to say. See, it's so hot, it's frying my damn brains. But the manager rung me up. And then he rang me up and he was looking like, you say you got some ice? Yeah, in here. I put ice in here like that. He said, oh, no, that's yours. Like that. He said, we only charge if you use one of our cups. I say, why they been charging me? I said, y'all owe me. Then he started laughing. I told him he owed me. But anyway, it's hot as hell. I went and got this. Fill it up, which is I do every day, but it's hotter today, seemed like, I guess. Then my dumb self then went and got this. Hot ass coffee. It's hot. I don't even drink coffee, y'all. I just being long eyed. I saw somebody else over there making them some, so I went and made me some. I don't even drink coffee, but I'm going to drink it. But it's too hot. It's hot. And then it's hot as hell out here. I should be sitting out here, y'all, our parts in the shade. It'd be too hot for me to even do a video. It's too hot for me to do one today, but I want to let y'all know that I just want to let y'all know how hot I am out here. How hot I am out here. And I got those other two fans that's back there. You can see them, the ones I be using at nighttime. But they run out battery. And I don't want to run the battery down. You know, I don't want to run the battery down because I already changed the batteries like 2 times already. You know, then not last night, but I didn't turn it on last night because last night, y'all, for some reason it was cool. It was cool last night, so I didn't even have to have the fans on last night. But night before last, I turned them on, and like probably about 12:30, 1 o'clock, I be having the intentions on waking up, turning it off, which sometimes I do. But I didn't turn it off, y'all, and then when I got up for work, they were making a little bit of noise, you know what I'm saying, like letting me know the batteries was dying there. So I had to change the batteries. But yeah, being hot, sitting out here every day, I swear when I get off work, and I done took my work shirt off, I done took it off, and to put this on. Now I'm trying to put these shorts on so I could go to Planet Fitness. Cause see, I could go to Planet Fitness immediately, like after I get off work, but I don't be wanting to just sit in there all day. You know what I'm saying? Like sitting there, cause I'm not finna work out like that. I ain't even finna lie and say that I'm working out like that. I don't. I go and I work out. I do 30 minutes. Like 30 minutes of the ab things. Like I told y'all, the thing that goes side, 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 side for your stomach. And then I go and do the walking for 30 minutes, and that be that. You know, that be all I do. And that's just good enough just to let them see me working out so I can go shower. Although it doesn't even matter whether I work out or not. I can just go there and shower, which is I have done a couple of times. But for the most time, it is good for me to exercise. So, living in your vehicle in the summertime, it's hot. My air don't work in my truck. So this part I wasn't prepared for. I thought that I knew it was gonna be hot, but I thought like when you pull up in the shade, it's gonna be cool. You're gonna feel a breeze and all that kind of stuff. That's not true. Hell no, it's not true. I'm hot. I be hot as hell sitting out here. It be so hot, y'all, till I really be falling asleep in here. I catch myself nodding out. I really be then went all the way to sleep, dozed off. Then when I feel like when I then caught myself knowing that I was asleep or had been asleep, I wake up, y'all, and then I be saying, damn, this how the people, I said I done fell asleep in this damn heat out here. This is just how hot it is. I said, this how the homeless people that's outside on the ground, this how they end up falling asleep. Because you know how we pass by the homeless people and they be passed out on the road, you know what I'm saying? Or on side of the road or in the dirt, in the whatever. And then we be like, now how the hell they sleep in this heat? That's how shit the heat be putting you to sleep. Because I know damn well it done put me to sleep a couple of times sitting out here. And I be at the same place all the time, y'all. I done been to like 3 different places where I was asleep in their parking lots. But I always come back to this one because this place here seems like a little community, because it's basically all the same people come here and pull up, and everybody seems like they have their own spots, y'all. Everybody saying they have their own spot. They come and get directly in their spot. They try to come before all the trucks come in. Seem like everybody come before all the trucks come in, because the trucks gonna take they parks, you know. But how you see I'm sleepy. But yeah. But the good thing about it that tops it all, y'all, I don't care. The good thing about it is I still look at it like I still ain't got no rent to pay, no bills to pay. I got bills, but they my own accumulated bills. They ain't bills that I have to pay for being living in somebody's house. And then, okay, so speaking of living in somebody's house and renting and bills, I was reading, I think it happened in Houston, Texas, I'm not sure, but I know for sure it happened in Texas, where this landlord, she had probably like 4 or 5 houses, and they all were side by side, you know, a little feet apart or whatever. It was in Texas though, but the land, and her brother lived in one. The landlord's brother lived in one of the houses, and what happened is she had not she fell behind in the bills and stuff, like in the water and whatever else that she covered, or whatever she did. I forgot what she fell behind in, but she fell behind. But these people had been paying their rent, and then on top of paying their regular rent or whatever, you know, once you get approved for a rental assistant, then the rental assistant been paying the landlord. So the rental assistant people had been paying the landlord the rent for the people who never signed up for the rental assistant. But otherwise, the people were not behind on their rent. They were not behind on their rent. They were up to date with their rent. They were up to date with their bills and stuff. But the landlord, the residents seen the brother moving, you know, out of the house. Nobody said anything to them, but the brother had been moving, and so all the neighbors just sitting on their porches or whatever. They like, okay, he moving, woo woo, whatever. But they know that he's the landlord's brother. So on next thing you know, the landlord come and give these residents a 30-day notice. Just gave them a 30-day notice or whatever. And she lied and said that the city had bought the property. Lied and say the city bought the property from her. But she gave these people 30-day notice. A week later, she ended up giving these people a 7-day notice. Now, baby, you done gave me a 30-day notice. Now you turn right around and give me a 7-day notice. So anyway, and then not even a 7. Now, within them 7 days, the landlord done took the water meter box. Done took the water, done turned the people water off, and then done took the water meter box. I think I'm saying that right. Took the water meter box. Then couple of days after that, after she done shut these people water off, and then done took the water meter box so that they can't turn the water back on, she done came and took out all, done turned the power off, the electricity off in the people's house, and then done took all the meters, what you call it, the light bill meter boxes or whatever, the electric meter box. She done came and took those off out of the people's house. Done took the people air conditioning, whoever had air conditioner in their house, they done took the air conditioners out of the people window, put them on the ground, and done boarded these people house up. I guess this one resident wasn't home, but he had his dogs in the house, and then he had his electric scooter in the house or whatever, and And then put to lock the dogs up in the house. Now there's no air, no water, no nothing for these dogs. Nobody to feed the dogs or nothing. And this lady done locked the dogs up in the house, y'all, and done locked that man in the electric scooter. He paralyzed or whatever, or he quadriplegic or whatever you call it. But his scooter thing was locked up in the house. His dogs was locked up in the house. Half these people, the one lady had a baby, had a newborn baby, all the baby pampers and wipes and formula, all of that was in the house or whatever, in their house. Cause it was 4 or 5 houses that belonged to the lady, and she did all these residents this way. Then I put chains on the people doors and stuff. Put boards up at the window, then I lock these people houses up with chain. See, this is what I'm saying. You could pay your rent and bills and stuff, but now come to find out, the city had not bought this property or these houses and stuff from this landlord lady. What happened is these people paying their rent, and then the rental assistance people had been paying the people rent who had applied for rental assistance, and everybody giving this lady their money and stuff, but this lady was not doing what she was supposed to do with the money. You know what I'm saying? She was not paying whatever she was supposed to be paying. So she fell behind. So because she was behind, she done tried to evict these people and put these people out and took these people through all this stuff for those couple of days or whatever. But then the people got in touch with some people, with some legal civil rights people, and so they ended up getting their stuff back. But the people told them that they need to go ahead on and try to find them somewhere else to go, the civil rights people somewhere else to go, because they don't need a landlord like that, So the civil rights people ended up letting them, doing what they had to do legally to let the people back inside their houses and stuff, and to be in their houses. But they told them that they didn't need to go and find them somewhere else to stay, so they won't be constantly going through this with this slumlord. That's what the civil rights people had called it, slumlords. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying about you could be renting property, whether it be an apartment or a house, and still in all, these people can do shit like this to you. Although these people end up getting back in their units, back into their properties like 2-3 days later, but still in all, who wants to go through that? If half of them didn't know their rights, they wouldn't even know to even get in contact with somebody legally. They would have just thought that they had to just go and be locked out of their houses like that. And then the residents don't say that the houses was infested with roaches and rats anyway. Say the lady don't do no upkeeping about the houses and stuff. The old people were just living there because sometimes folk can't afford to move or don't have nowhere else to go. And probably can't just can't go nowhere. But that's the fact of rent. See, can't nobody really put me out of this truck because this is mine. This my truck. They can't go behind my back and lock up windows and lock up doors. You know what I'm saying? Like do all that kind of stuff because I'm in my truck. This is my truck. The only thing they can do is if I go somewhere, they tell me that I can't be there. But I make sure that I'm not on no private property like that. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. And you rent and people be thinking that they secure because they didn't pay their rent. No. And that basically happened to me before in Las Vegas. I was living in this little housing community. It was not Section 8 or nothing like that because my rent was $1,100. But I lived in these housing communities, gated housing community, and paying my rent when I was supposed to pay it on time. My bills are paid, all of that, and couldn't find out these people come knocking on my door, and I'm like, no, who the hell is these? Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. I'm not prejudiced in no type of way at all, no shape, form, or fashion. I'm not prejudiced, but this is what I said. People knocking at my door, and I'm like, no, these white folks at my door. Now, when white people come knocking at black folk door, If it ain't the Jehovah Witnesses, then or the Mormon people or whatever, then and you people coming there dressed in like, you know, business attire, then you like, now what the fuck is going on? What do you people want? So they come there, and then they were telling me that I had 30 days to move because they had sold the property. Now, the people that came and knocked on my door was the people who had bought the property. It's not the people who had sold the property and telling me that I need to leave because they sold the property. These were the people who bought the property. And they telling me that I got 30 days to move. They were telling me I don't have to pay no rent, you know, when the first head came or whatever. Just take whatever money I had and go ahead on and try to find me somewhere else to stay. And then they said after that 30 days, they'll give me 2 extra weeks, you know, to find. They were nice about it. They were real, real nice about it. They showed me the paperwork and everything like that, which is I still don't know. That could be some shit that were printed up. I don't know. But I didn't even try to go into all of that. I'm just like, okay, all right, thank you, you know. And I had to move. But they sold the house that I was renting. And they had not even, like, they don't give you warnings or nothing. You know what I'm saying? To let you know that we're going to sell the property. And so if it gets bought, then you will have, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't give you a heads up or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Here go just these people just knocking, telling me that I got to go on and find me somewhere to go. But that's what I'm saying about renting these people houses. You know, these people property and stuff like that. Like, they can do whatever the hell they want to do. If they don't want you there, they can let you go up out of their stuff. You know, no if, and oh, busted body, y'all. I'm so sleepy because I'm tired for one. Just got off work and I'm so tired and I'm sleepy. And this coffee, I know when it cool off, because that coffee hot as hell. I know when it cool off, y'all, it's going to have me pissing. You know, have me going to the bathroom, peeing so much. But, yeah, that's the cons and stuff. Those are the cons and stuff of living out here like that. The pros, y'all already know. You ain't gotta pay nothing. You know, it's yours. This, you know, that's, hey. Now, when the winter time come, I've already bought one of those butane heaters, but it's in my storage unit. I already bought that ahead of time. Oh, another con, and this is a con for me because on YouTube I've seen other people doing it, but I don't do it because I don't have really nowhere to do it. Well, I probably could do it at a park or whatever, but these people, they be cooking. I haven't bought one of those little stove plate things. I haven't bought one of those, but I was thinking about buying them because sometimes, you know, I be wanting some stuff on my own to cook. But I don't do all that stuff those people be doing, but I don't even know how to use that stuff. Just like that butane heater thing, I don't know how to use that thing. I've been to blew some shit up. I got to find somebody to help to show me how to use that thing because I definitely don't know how to use that butane heater thing. But it's in my storage. I bought it ahead of time because I know when the winter do come, that those things are going to go up. You know what I'm saying? Like heating systems and stuff like that is going to go up. I already bought the sleeping bag, the 0 degree sleeping bag. I already bought that. I need to go ahead on and get my electric blanket. I need to go ahead on and get that out of the way. Because when the winter comes, those things are definitely going to go up. I already know. I already know. This heat is really putting me to sleep, y'all. What the hell? Yeah, so I just wanted to get on here, y'all, and tell y'all that I am hot. I don't know about nobody else. I really don't. For me, in this area, I be right in the area of where my job is so that I won't have far distance to drive. So I don't even really know places to go to where I'll be cool at. So when I get off work, literally I just go to the places that are wherever I feel like I'm going to sleep at that night, you know, in whatever parking lot that night, whether it be Cracker Barrel, whether it be Walmart, or whether it be that truck stop. It's always one of those three. That's all I do is go to either one of those because my job is close by all three of those. And so whichever one I feel like going to, that's where I go to. And I just sit there all night long. And if I got to use the bathroom, I go in there in one of the places and I use the bathroom. Other than that, at night, in the middle of the night, if I wake up, then I use my little thing back there. But I showed y'all in the video the little toilet thing that I have. But now, y'all, I do not know how to fold those legs back up to where, you know, it'll be rooms, you know, where I can try to make more space or whatever when I'm not using it at night. I don't know how to fold the legs back up. So I just leave it up because I don't know how to close it back up. I'm so sick of these bugs. And then I be sitting out here, y'all, and when I be dozing off, whatever, so I put the little black netted things up at the window to keep the bugs out, and it also keep people from being able to just see in the inside if you don't want them seeing you or whatever. But once them things go up, y'all, it gets hotter. It gets hotter. So maybe another person that's sleeping in their vehicle, if you have those little netted things to keep the bugs away or to keep people from seeing it, then you know what I mean. Especially like right about now, it's hot as hell. I'm in shade. I'm always in shade when I get off work. And once I put those little netted things up, when I tell y'all it be hot as hell, it gets hot. And I don't even know how it be that hot when it is netted. It got holes in it. But it be hot, y'all. I ain't even lying. It be hot as hell. Hot as hell with that thing. But I just want to let y'all know how hot it is. And if somebody else is as hot as I am, let me know. Let me know, y'all, what y'all be doing. What y'all do when y'all, if half of y'all work or whatever, what do y'all be doing? What do y'all be doing when y'all when you get off work? What do y'all be doing? I even googled lakes and stuff like that so I could just go sit by some water and hopefully like the breeze coming off the water can cool me off. But everywhere that's from where I am is too far for me. Too far for me. Too far for me to drive. But anyway, I will talk to y'all later, y'all. I just want to get on here and just vent to you guys, you know, and tell y'all what I'm going through right now. Damn near a heat stroke. Damn near a heat stroke. And my family, y'all, Lord, my family just won't let up. My kids and them, they understand, so they not tripping no more. In the beginning, they were, especially my oldest daughter. But my other kids, like, they understand. My next to the oldest son, he, you know, but I'm grown. They know I'm going to do what I want to do. But, you know, and every time somebody write something about me, living in my car, truck, or whatever, one of them will write something, be like, you know, she chose to do that, she grown, you know, stuff like that, or that one of my kids. Then they be like, she got 4 kids with spots, you know, so she ain't homeless. She knows she could come to either one of our houses, you know. But my family, my cousins, them and stuff, Lord, they be they so worried about me. And there's nothing to worry about. Because just like I say, basically everywhere I go to sleep at that night, it be the exact same cars in the same spots, you know, that if they not there, they gonna pull up and they gonna go to the same spot that they been at, you know, because I'll be looking around, I pay attention to my surroundings, it be the same exact cars, just like right now. Everybody car is not here because they wherever they be at right now, but as soon as the sun getting ready to go down, like after 8, they all start pulling in, you know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at 3 of the cars that be in this same area right here. I'm looking at 3 of them. the same people, same spot. But it's okay. And I was telling my son about it. I was like, son, I did not know that it's this many people that really sleeps in their vehicles, sleep in their cars, truck, vans, whatever they got out here. And I was telling my son about it, and my son was like, Mom, that's everywhere. Everybody is doing that now. Everybody, that's like trending right now, stuff like that. And I was telling him, I was like, yeah, son, because I said everybody come and get in the same spot, like this is where they live. My son said, yeah, like it's a little community. My son said, like it's a little community. They got their own little community. I say, yeah, we made our own little community right here. But nobody talks to each other. Everybody right here every day. Everybody see the same people. But for as long as I've been right here for the same, like the last 3-4 days, I've been like right here. But last week, I was trying different little spots. But I kind of, like I said, I like this spot better. But yeah, nobody talks to each other though. Nobody says anything. Everybody mind their own business. People don't even speak to each other or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody just do their own thing. Like that's just it. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to try to put these shorts on. I should have just wait till I get to Planet Fit and put the shorts on, but I ain't give a damn who was looking when I took this shirt off, man. My bra is wet, and this shirt was wet, but yeah, I should just, I'm gonna go and put this. I think I'll just change the bottoms when I get to Planet Fitness. But yeah, so I will talk to y'all later. Yeah, because I'm going to have to do a lot of turning side to side, moving around, doing all of that put these shorts, take these pants off, and to put these shorts on. It's going to be a lot of side to side and all of that. And my booty too big for all of that, so. Although I does it anyways. But I will talk to y'all later. Y'all tell me how most of y'all are staying cool when y'all get off work. I know most of y'all have air in the car, probably air in y'all car, which I don't have, and this heater is just not doing anything for me right now, not while it's hot like this. But I will talk to y'all later. Y'all subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel. Y'all hit the like button and comment in the comment section down below. And also y'all be careful out there. Y'all be careful. Y'all take care of yourselves. So, until next time, bye.